Before beasts had names, before stars could speak, there was the tree. Its roots drank memories, its bark bore witness, its branches unwritten paths yet to be walked. And in time, it dreamed of two boys. Some say they were carved from the same knot in the bark. Others say they fell from the sky, caught by the tree's limbs. They had no past, no path, only a question. Climb with me? This story's been told 1,000 different ways, with gods, without gods, with stars and spirits, or just two dumb boys doing what boys do. It's been stitched into prayer books, carved into headstones, even used to justify whole damn empires. But me, I like the old version, the one where the tree still grows. The Climb and the Campfire, an origin of Naaru and Muro, the twin aspects of the world tree. In the age before ages, when all the world was bark and branch, there lived two boys, Naaru and Muro. One day, Naaru turned to Muro and said, "Climb this tree with me." Muro didn't ask why, it just sounded like a good idea, and so they set forth and climbed. The tree was taller than the clouds and wide as a mountain. Each branch held valleys, each knot a city, and together they climbed, helping each other when the way was hard. They made their camps on the wide boughs, warming themselves with fire and careful not to scorch the living wood beneath them. For the tree was sacred. Some say it still is. At the fork of the 1,000th branch, the tree asked for a toll. "Give up your burden," it said, "or carry it alone." Naaru cast down his blanket and burned it. Muro cut off a braid of his hair and tucked it into the roots. Only one offering was accepted. The bark closed over Muro's hair and pulsed with light. One night, Muro looked around and asked, "Is it just me, or is this tree still growing?" Naaru grinned in the firelight. "Oh, it is," he said. "It definitely is." They climbed for many months, perhaps many lifetimes. But when they were close to the highest reaches, they came to a gap. The next branch was above them, far and slick. They would have to climb the trunk itself. Naaru went first, and Muro waited. But then came the storm. Rain lashed from the sky. The bark grew slippery with moss as the tree groaned and swayed in the wind. Naaru climbed higher, his hands torn, his breath thin. Above, the stars seemed closer, so close he could almost touch them. Muro was left behind. He shivered in the wet and the cold. Then the rain turned to icy snow in those high branches. Lightning struck the trunk between them, and the bark split open, a wound of fire and smoke. The flames roared for days. When they finally died down, Muro peered into the heartwood and saw something marvelous. A hollow, warm and pulsing with ember light. Inside it, a vision, faces he'd never seen but somehow remembered. Laughter without fear, hands extended in welcome, a fire that needed tending. Naaru shouted down through the ash and wind, but his words were lost. He waited, and he watched, and at last, through the fading smoke and dying rain, he saw that Muro was no longer alone. Others had gathered around the fire in the hollow, and Muro had joined them. They laughed, shared food, told stories. They looked warm. They looked happy. And Naaru was hurt. He wondered, had Muro given up the climb? Was it not worth finishing together? He thought of going back, but then he looked up, at branches still forming above, at rays of sun glimpsed between green. The tree was still growing, and it called to him. He lingered at the edge of the next branch, turned just once, not to call Muro, but to memorize him, the way he sat, the way he laughed, the way he glowed in the firelight. And then Naaru climbed. Muro looked up one last time and thought, this tree has weathered wind, fire, storm. It is steady. It will still be here, and I'll catch up to him later. Maybe. And he waved and watched his brother disappear into that canopy of green. Then he sat beside the fire and kept it burning for the others. Thus were born the two gods of the tree. Naaru, the climber, who seeks to ascend and never stops yearning for more. Muro, the firekeeper, who remembers, shelters, and warms all those who gather near. They are brothers. They are opposites. They have not spoken since the day they parted. But the tree still grows. And both of them are with us, in every branch climbed, and every fire lit beneath the sky. Some say when a child climbs too high and doesn't come back, Naaru has called them forward. And when a fire burns too long in the dark and no one knows who lit it, Muro is watching. Folks have used this tale to prove just about anything. Some say it means progress is holy. Others say it's a warning about abandoning your own. There's power in a story like this. Power enough to build churches or burn them down, create empires and rage wars. But if you strip it to the bone, just bark and fire, it's real simple. One boy climbed a tree that'll never stop growing, and the other sat beside a fire that's already eaten the branch he's on. Neither will reach what they're after. One's chasing forever, and the other's waiting for the fall. They're both fools, far as I can see. That's just one man's opinion, and it's worth exactly what it cost you. You have a good night, travelers. We'll see about the fire.